Hey lawn lovers, it's time to mow! Well, today's the day. I finally get to try my new Reel Mower for the first time. Over the last year or so I've been seeing videos about reel mowing and thought it looked really cool. But I was put off on the idea of it because most of those guys were doing a lot of back-breaking work trying to smoothen out their lawns with truckloads of sand so that they could cut it low like a putting green. I was really interested in the idea though, and it occurred to me that yeah, golf courses smooth out their greens with sand, but they don't do that with their fairways, which they cut down to about a ½ inch. I don't think I really need to worry about scalping because reel mowers are designed to cut without scalping. And some of those people may be doing a lot of unnecessary work in leveling their lawns unless they intend to cut well below an inch. That means that just about anybody should be able to mow their lawn with a reel mower, just as long as you don't need to cut it under 1 inch. I've been lowering the height of cut over the last couple of mows in anticipation of this moment. Today I just need one last cut with the rotary mower to bring it down to 2 inches. Then I'll cut it with the reel mower at 1.75 inches. I'm catching the clippings with the rotary mower just so I don't have to have clippings on the lawn when I reel mow it. I'm a little bit nervous about a large bump I have right in the middle of the lawn where a tree used to be. You can see by the dirt spot in the renovation photo last fall where that is. There are still some big tree roots just below the soil surface that I can't get out without spending a lot of money to hire somebody to do it for me. I know I could do it, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and I don't want to spend the next week popping pain pills trying to recover from it. Okay, here we go. Woohoo! After this first cut at 1.75 inches, I plan to lower it to 1.25 inches over the next couple of weeks. Most professional baseball infields are kept about that length, and I like the idea of keeping some of that leaf length to maintain a dark green color. The shorter you cut the grass, the lighter in color it will get. I'm sure you've noticed that putting greens are lighter in color than the fairways and roughs around them. I'll have to mow my lawn a little more often now with a lower height of cut, but I hope to keep it to just every third day or twice a week. I currently mow my lawn every 5 days, so that won't be a big change for me, and I think I'll have fun mowing it with this new mower. I'm also just mowing the front and side yards with it, or about 2,700 square feet, and it won't take me more than about 15 to 30 minutes to mow. I probably won't even break a sweat in that amount of time. Right now I have the handlebar set way too low, and it gave me a backache stooping over to turn the mower. Before the next cut I raise it up, and it turns much easier now. For some reason the engine was surging at times during this mow, and I never figured out why. It hasn't given me any trouble ever since, even with more fuel from the same container. The lawn really doesn't look very much different at 1.75 inches, but I'm getting some pretty nice stripes which are a little hard to see at this time of day from this viewing angle. It also still looks a little bit shaggy to me at this height, but I expect it to look tighter in the weeks to come as I cut it shorter and shorter and the grass grows thicker and thicker. As I lower the cut, the lawn will initially look browner and browner because I will be cutting so much of the green leaf off of the grass, leaving mostly just the stems. The grass will get used to being cut shorter by growing new leaves from shorter stems. I learned that I was going a little too fast with the mower on this first cut. I've since slowed it down by just throttling back a little bit. It'll take several weeks for the lawn to get used to its new height of cut. I'll make another video in the future showing the progression from brown to green, and how long it takes for it to turn completely green again. I decided to lower the height of cut slowly so that the lawn wouldn't have to go through the shock of cutting all the green off at once. Your lawn will still recover if you do cut it off all at once, but it's less stressful for the lawn if you do it slowly. Hey, don't miss the next video. We'll go for a ride on the big mower. Until then, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, and then ring the bell that pops up next to it. That way you won't miss the next video. You're darn right you can do it.